Hello everyone, Spit here, back in with the Marvel Counter Trivia, and today, if you haven't seen the Kabam live stream, you should probably do that. There's a lot of good stuff in there, but one of the most important things that they announced at the very end was that we are getting six new 7-star champions, and they're actually all champions that are getting tune-ups. And they're going to release alongside a new Crucible event, which is going to feature all of the Act 8 bosses. So that's going to be super fun. I am very excited for that. I believe they said it's going to... I can't remember if it was going to be in late July or August. But it's coming up very soon. Again, super excited to get my hands on these champions. And what's cool is you're going to be able to select the character that you want. They said it's going to be a selector. It's not going to be a crystal like last Crucible event. So that's pretty cool. And yeah, I just want to rank all of the 6 champions that were announced that we're going to be able to get, and based on who I want the most. And I don't really think there's, I need to rank them on like who's going to be the best, because they're all getting buffs, so we don't actually know who's going to be the best yet. And rank them based on who's the best right now is going to be redundant very soon, because like I said, they're going to get buffs. And yeah, they're coming to the 7-star pool, so that's going to be very cool. So just getting into last place, I'm very excited for all of these champions except for one, and if we go to the tech class, it's Viv Vision. Where is she? Okay, I do actually have her. Let's go. Yeah, I'm not very excited to pull. No, there's no pulling, it's selecting. I'm definitely not going to be selecting Viv Vision. She is just like the character I was least excited about, and I mean the reason is just like I don't find her playstyle very fun. I don't really enjoy playing her. Like, even if she gets buffed and updated, I probably still won't like her just because I do not like her playstyle. And yeah, she is the only character I'm not excited to, like, I'm just not excited for. I don't know when we're going to be able to get these characters again. I don't know how many selectors we're going to be able to get, but if it's just one, it's not going to be Viv Vision. That is guaranteed. Unless, like, she is just the best character in the game, in which I might have to pick her. But I don't think so. I think these characters are just getting like tune-ups. And yeah, I'm just not excited for Viv Vision. And then if we go on to number 5, trying to remember. I want to make sure I get the order correct. Oh yeah. If we go on to number 5, go to the Cosmic class, so we know it's Cull Obsidian. So Cull Obsidian is another champion that was, they said that was going to get a tune-up and a buff. And it's coming to the 7-star pool. And I mean, this is when you start to get the characters that I'm really excited for. Like, I would love to get a 7-star Cull Obsidian. It's just that I like the other 4 characters much more. And man, it really sucks that I probably won't get a 7-star Cull Obsidian, because I'm probably gonna get a 7-star version of my number 1. Since it is a selector, I'm gonna select my number 1 most wanted character. And it's probably not going to be Cull Obsidian even after the buff. He's a fine character, requires some ramping up, and I believe you kind of want him to be awakened. And you're probably not going to get these characters awakened anytime soon unless you have the awakening gem. And yeah, I just have better cosmic champions that I'd awaken if I pull Cull, or well, I keep saying pull. It's not random. It's guaranteed. And yeah, it's just, I feel like you'd have to invest a lot into Cull Obsidian, where I'd rather invest into other characters, and there's a lot ramping up, and there's just all the other characters I want more than him. So Cull Obsidian is number 5, still miles ahead of Viv Vision, but still, gotta put someone in 5th place. And now if we go to number 4, this is where it starts to get kind of difficult, because these next 4, super difficult to choose from. But if I had to choose one of the characters to be below the rest, it's probably going to be Anti-Venom. And I'm super excited. I am super excited to get Anti-Venom. Depending on how good his buff is, he could jump up to like number 2 or number 3. Like we don't know what these buffs are going to entail. So this is really just like my thoughts on who I would really want. And I really like Anti-Venom, but it's like, I just feel like the next couple characters are just way better already. So their buffs is probably going to make them way better, just way better than what Anti-Venom's tomb is going to be. And he's more so just kind of like about reversing healing, and there's just a bunch of other characters that just reduce healing, and they do it better than Anti-Venom. So I don't know what the tune-up can entail. I don't know if it... I hope like what Anti-Venom's tune-up is going to be, or his buff, is going to just allow him to be able to not choose between utility and damage, and you can kind of get like a mixture of both, even if it's not as effective. Like as long as I can get my utility and damage at the same time, I think that would be a really fine buff for Anti-Venom and can make him really, really good. But I am super excited for Anti-Venom. I hope his buff is good, because if it's really good, who knows? He might get chosen. But for right now, Anti-Venom is unfortunately sitting at number 4. And so yeah, now we're looking at the top 3. And this one might actually be a shocker, because I think this character is probably going to be everyone's number 1 character, and it's Dr. Voodoo. So Dr. Voodoo is a really, really good champion. Like, honestly, he's pretty darn good. I don't think he needs a tune-up. And I just think having him as a 7-star at that next power level would be good enough. But the fact that he's getting a tune-up is crazy. Like, he has been one of the best, like, he was like one of the best characters in the game long ago. And yeah, the fact that he's getting like a resurgence is really cool. And also Voodoo is just such a cool character, even outside of like contests. Like in the comics, Voodoo is such a really cool comics character. And yeah, but I just really like the other 2 characters much more. And yeah, depending on his buff, he may get chosen. But yeah, even with all that considered, and he's probably going to be the best choice overall, I just still personally like the other 2 characters more than him. Maybe. We'll get to the next one, and I'll definitely take it with a pinch of salt, because number 2 is Night Thrasher. So I actually really like Night Thrasher. Where is he? I don't know if I have him as a 6-star. Kind of want to talk about him while we look at I'll just look at the 5-star. Yeah, so I actually really like Night Thrasher. I think he's just super cool. He looks super cool. I love his animations, and I think his playstyle is pretty fun. I know most people probably don't like his playstyle, but I like his playstyle. It's just that he's not really that good. It doesn't feel as rewarding to play him as other characters, and he's such a longer ramp up. And I'm just hoping that the tune-up makes his, like, the end goal when you're fully ramped up. I hope it becomes that much better. And I actually hope it becomes much quicker, because he is very slow to ramp up, and once you're ramped up, it's not that, it's not that rewarding. So I just hope that his tune-up makes him a massive or insane damage dealer. And if not, then, like, if he still is kind of mid, unfortunately, he's probably going to be below Cull Obsidian. But this is just me hoping that his buff is good, and if his buff is good, I could see myself picking him. Like, looking at these top 3, we don't know what the buff is going to be, so the buffs could definitely sway my decision, after like this video. But yeah, that's Night Thrasher. Honestly, he's probably the character I'm most excited to see what gets buffed about him, because like he is probably the weakest one out of these 6 characters, and so that just means he probably has the most potential. And like I said, I just really like his playstyle, and I just want to be able to play his playstyle and actually feel rewarded for it. But yeah, that's a Night Thrasher. Just such a cool character. He definitely radiates Black Force energy, or Black Air Force energy. Actually, hold on a second. Is he wearing Black Air Forces? I know he's like wearing like sneakers. Can't really see, but I don't think those are Air Forces. All right, and number 1, I mean, right now, is Sabretooth. I've actually been wanting this guy to come to the 7-star pool for a while. I actually think he'd be a perfect candidate for, like, Titan. Like, if he comes to the Titan pool, he's one of those like extra champions they add outside of like the featured characters. And I mean, I just really like this guy. Like, him and Night Thrasher were characters that I grinded for the arena all way back when they first came into the game, and I pulled them and I really enjoyed them. And yeah, I just really love Sabretooth, and the fact that he's getting a buff is even crazier. So I I just can't believe Sabretooth is getting added. Like, as soon as I saw that he was, like, going to be one of these characters, I knew for a fact I'm picking Sabretooth. Or if it was Crystals, I was going to hope for Sabretooth. But now that we know we get to select, oh, it's over. Unless the other characters are so incredibly crazy and Sabretooth is, like, his buff is so underwhelming, that's the only reason why I wouldn't pick Sabretooth. But I have high hopes, and like I said, he's already pretty good. Like, I think him and Dr. Voodoo are, like, characters that could be added to the 7-star pool unchanged, and I would be kind of fine with that. I think they'd be really good characters. But the fact that they're getting a buff on top of that is just even better. So yeah, Sabretooth is my number 1. But yeah, that's it for this video. Wanted to keep it short. I got pizza in the oven, so I made sure to add that timer so I wouldn't yap for as long, because I know I can yap. But yeah, let me know what how would you rank the characters in terms of how much you're excited to pull them, or like the characters you're anticipating. And yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. That's not my outro. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye.